Hey kids, it's Sister Jody. I miss you guys so much. I'm out here enjoying the fresh air. I'm welcoming you to Sunday school today. I hope you enjoy the lesson. Sister Chris is putting so much good effort into it. She does a great job. Can't wait to be together with you guys again.
Noah, and God's gonna make everything alright. Noah, just to keep praying every day and night. Noah, and 7 by 7 and a 2 by 2. Noah, keep on building like He wants you to do. Keep on building like He wants you to do. Keep on building like He wants you to do. Keep on building and a 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 building. There was a man who believed God in heaven would flood the seas. That man was good, and he prayed, heard the Lord, and he obeyed him. Then he started building up a boat, trusted God that he would float. Noah, go on, Noah. Noah, and God's gonna make everything alright. Noah, just to keep praying every day and night. Noah, and 7 by 7 and a 2 by 2. Noah, keep on building like He wants you to do. Keep on building like He wants you to do. Keep on building like He wants you to do. Keep on building and a 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 building. There was a man who was faithful. Yes, he knew God was able to save his daughters and his sons from the flood that was to come. And he started building up a boat, trusted God that they would float. Noah, go on, Noah, go on, Noah, and God's gonna make everything alright. Noah, just to keep praying every day and night. Noah, and 7 by 7 and a 2 by 2. Noah, keep on building like He wants you to do. Keep on building like He wants you to do. Keep on building like He wants you to do. Keep on building and a 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 building. He was a man who was good, trusted God, just like we should. Every day that we live, we should pray and we should give. And if we do, we will receive all God's promises indeed, just like Noah. And God's gonna make everything alright. Noah, just to keep praying every day and night. Noah, 7 by 7 and a 2 by 2. Noah, keep on building like He wants you to do. Keep on building like He wants you to do. Keep on building like He wants you to do. Keep on building and a 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 building and woo!
Hi everyone, welcome back to Sunday School. Did you enjoy that song? I definitely enjoyed that song. I've listened to it about 15 times. I love the tune. I love the words. It's perfect for our series. I know for a fact that some of you were up and dancing. I don't need to call out your names. You know exactly who you are, because if we were here together today in Sunday school, I wouldn't be able to keep you in your seats. So if you weren't dancing, you were clapping your hands, you were snapping your fingers, you were moving, you can't help but not move when you hear that song, because it has such a great tune. And it's also perfect to continue our series today. We're going to continue our series on Noah. So about 3 weeks ago, we would have had a lesson that would have come in the mail. And that lesson introduced us to Noah. And the big thing about Noah was he was a righteous man. So he was living right. He loved God, and God noticed him, definitely. And we're going to continue on that, and we'll just go through that a little bit here to begin with, okay? So, God was going back and forth on the earth. Now think to yourself, you can close your eyes if you want to. Think to yourself, all the people on this planet, okay? All the people on the earth. Think about all those people, okay? Now just think about the people in your house, okay? Your mom, your dad, your brothers and sisters. Just think about them, okay? Okay, so think about all the people on the earth and then think about your family, okay? So God was looking back and forth. He was going back and forth on the earth, and he was looking for just one person that still loved him. Now it breaks my heart when I read that in the Bible about how God's heart just hurt because of all of the people on the earth. All of the people that we just imagined. All of the people were horrible and rotten. And God was just looking for one person. Now, God had created all these people, and he was just looking for one that still loved him. That just breaks my heart. So, God found Noah, and he saw that Noah was a righteous man, and he was. He lived for God, he loved God, and God found him. And so, that's where our story picks up today, okay? So, this is what I think happened, okay? We're going to use our imaginations a little bit, but this is what I think happened. Now, after God found Noah and he started speaking to Noah, and Noah realized it was God speaking to him. And God went up to Noah one day and he said, Noah, I've got some good news and some bad news. And Noah said, okay, give me the good news, because he was an optimist. He always thought the best things. He was so positive. So Noah said, God, give me the good news. And God said, the good news is I'm going to save you and your family. And Noah said, that's great news. And God said, well, I haven't gotten you the bad news yet. And Noah said, all right, give me the bad news. What could be so bad? And God said, well, I'm going to destroy the earth. And so Noah said, okay, God, I trust you. And so God said, well, I have a little project for you to do, okay? I want you to help me out with this project. And Noah said, all right, no problem. He said, I'm with you, God. He's like, I promised to help you, and God promised to save him. So he said, whatever you have for me to do, I'll do. So I think God gave him step-by-step instructions on how to build the ark. He didn't give him the whole plan in one day, because Noah would have felt overwhelmed. Because if we see the big picture, I think Noah would have given up. He would have said, no way would I be able to build something so big. So God gave him step-by-step. So he said, Noah, I want you to go find some gopher trees. And Noah said, I know exactly where some grow. And God said, all right, go cut them down. We need that wood. And Noah said, no problem. And so he got the wood and he cut it by length, the same length that God told him that he needed to cut it to. And Noah got his sons involved, and he said, all right, well, this is a lot of wood to cut. I'm going to teach you boys how to cut the wood and how we're going to do this. And God's given me the plans, and we're going to go through it together, okay? So he was teaching his sons how to live for God at the same time and how to obey God's instructions. So there they were, cutting up gopher wood. And God said, all right, let's start piecing it together. This is what I want you to do. I want you to put these pieces together. And Noah said, no problem, I've got it. And then as soon as they got the outside built, God said, all right, we're going to need some rooms in the inside. We're going to need all these rooms. And Noah said, no problem, God, I got it. And he said, all right, we're going to need rooms to live in. All right, no problem. We're going to need rooms for the animals. No problem. We're going to need rooms for the food. He said, no problem. I got it, God. You just give me the instructions. I'm going to do it. Noah was very obedient. He did everything that God asked him to do. And you know what? I bet he had some bad days too. I bet more than once he hit his thumb with the hammer. And I bet that he was probably hot and his body was hurting. And you know that this boat, this ark, took over 100 years to build. So most of us wouldn't even live 100 years in our life. But Noah spent 100 years of his life building this boat for God. Now that's commitment to him. So, but I think God gave him piece by piece instructions and little tasks to do, and when he did them, he moved on. And so God definitely helped him with that. Now, when they got to the outside, they got to, God told him, he said, all right, now we got to make this waterproof. So I want you to paint on there. It's called pitch. It's like tar. So he painted the outside and he painted the inside. So he made it waterproof. And through this whole time, God was with him. And I just imagine how awesome it was for Noah to spend his days with God and God leading him and guiding him. And I think about that song and even just the title, Go On Noah. I think that God was encouraging Noah the entire time. He's like, you can do it, Noah. And because Noah had those bad days, you know, they weren't all good days. He wasn't always positive. I know he had his bad days. And so that song reminds me, go on Noah, God encouraging Noah, and he's with him and he's just guiding him, and Noah stayed committed to God through all that time, through all of those years. He stayed committed to him. And it's such an awesome story because we also have things that we come against. And I think that God is just there, even if we can't hear him like Noah could hear him. I think God is there and he's just saying, go on. He's like, you can do it. God is just cheering us on because he knows that if we stay committed to him, he's going to be with us. And so the big plan for Noah in this was he was going to build a boat. And soon the animals would show up and God was going to save his family. And he was going to save all of us through Noah's family. And Noah stayed obedient to him. So I love this story. It's an awesome story of commitment. 100 years of building a boat. And Noah said, no problem. He said, I got it, God. You're with me. We can do anything together. So, great story. Awesome lesson. We're going to continue with our activity sheets. Okay. So, I have mine here. We've got this one here. Noah was committed to God. Now we have our Bible verse that we started with this here, and it's up at the top. It says, Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Genesis 6:8. Okay, let's say that again. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Genesis 6:8. So on this one, we're going to connect the dots, and we're going to color the picture. Okay. And it says Noah was committed to God. On the back we have the picture of Noah and his sons and teaching them how to build the ark. All right, and then for you older ones, Noah followed God's plan, and he did. He followed God's plan. And it says, how can you be committed to God in each area of your life? And that's what these boxes are for. How can you be committed to God at home, in school, at church? Okay, so you can fill things into those boxes of how you could stay or be committed to God. And in the back, you've got a little puzzle to do. So you fill in the words, and these words are going to remind us of this story. There's actually on the bottom there, you'll see what you need to do on there. But I hope you enjoyed this lesson and listen to the song again and again and again. And remind yourself how God is cheering us on just like he was Noah. And until next week, bye-bye.